see. Guys, it's the Champions League round of 16 game day 2. Is beautiful games that are going on today. It's incredible games. We have the likes of Arsenal who will play first, against Bayern Leverkusen in Germany. So we also have um, Bodø Glimt against Sporting CP. We have Chelsea who are going to play at Parc des Princes versus Paris Saint-Germain. Then we also have the big game of the day, which is Real Madrid versus Manchester City. So let's start first with the Bayern Leverkusen game versus Arsenal that kicks on first. So I think this is a game where we know Arsenal pretty much are the very, very best teams. They're the best team in the Premier League, excuse me. And they look like one of the teams that are favored to win this tournament. Arsenal is really, really good. They're a team that defensively are very, very solid. So this is a game where you might see us now winning it. I think they should win it. I think they have the edge to win this tie because Arsenal is very, very good. Their midfield is solid. I think their attack is where you might have some little issues, but their defense is really, 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 like really, really big. They get scored on, like they hardly score against Arsenal. So if Bayern Leverkusen will have to play exceptionally well to go past Arsenal. That defense with Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, who's their left back? Um, the guy from is it Venezuela, something like that. But they have a very, very fantastic squad. Arsenal's midfield, Declan Rice, Zubimendi. I don't know what the guys going to play today. We have to see the lineup that Ateta puts out. But Leverkusen are also a team that we know they can fight for it. I know they are not being the same Leverkusen that they were under Xabi Alonso. But this is a game where they will be at home. They will have their crowd to their advantage. But can they do enough to put Arsenal off? But because we know Arsenal is a team that in the Premier League teams of fan base other teams give Arsenal a hard time. With the way they play corners, and then their style of how they get goals. People think like they are not a team where they play enjoyable football to win the league. So it's just a game where you just have to see how Arsenal comes out, how they prepare for the game. So I think tactically, Ateta is going to like put a team that is really solid. Arsenal, I think we win this game. I want to lean with like a 3-1 versus Arsenal because Bayern Munich is one of the biggest teams in Europe and one of the best in the Bundesliga. And when they played against Arsenal beat them 3-1. So it's a game where we just have to see how the game unfolds. It kicks on probably like in 45 minutes time. So I think Arsenal will have the best chance at winning this game. So I just have to see how Ateta comes out with it, what Bayern Leverkusen has to offer in this game, in this tie. The Champions League is really, really massive. The games today are really incredible. We have games that have been played that we want to see again. We have the Real Madrid game that we're bored of seeing with Manchester City. We have the Paris Saint-Germain Chelsea game that was like the Club World Cup final. So Arsenal has a very, very big task today to go and win this game in Germany and make it easy for them when they come back to the Emirates in the return leg. So I'm leaning towards Arsenal winning this game 3-1, hopefully. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Smash like on the video, guys, and please subscribe. Let me know what you guys have as a match predictions in the games. Which games are you guys looking forward to seeing best? And the second game that is kicking off at 1 p.m. my time in Arizona, Mountain Time in Arizona, will be Bodo Glimt versus Bodo Glimt versus Sporting Lisbon. These are two teams that I feel like they are, I don't want to say mid-table, but these are two teams that I think like they have the same type of hunger. Sporting Lisbon has this hunger that is just massive. Their striker who replaced Jokeres has scored was it like 31 or 32 goals in like 36 games. Like I just don't get it. But Bodo Glimt at home in Norway, this is a team that has come out to be the dark horse of the Champions League this season. They have not just beat teams like mid-table or small teams. Bodo Glimt has hurt Manchester City. They have hurt Inter Milan, home and away. They have hurt Atletico Madrid. Bodo Glimt is a team that has what it takes to put off a Sporting Lisbon. But then Sporting Lisbon, on the other hand, is a team that has the same type of energy as Bodø Glimt. So it will be a very, very competitive exchange between these two teams when they play. It's a team. I think this is a game that many people will not have their eyes on because there's the Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain game, then there's Man City, Real Madrid game. But this Bodø Glimt, Sporting Lisbon game is going to be very, very interesting because I think both game at home is a different mentality in their team. Like they don't care who they face because I think they're going into this game with a lot of morale. They are going into this game with a lot of confidence. They have beat Manchester City. That's the second best team in the Premier League this season and one of the best teams in the world. They have caught Inter Milan, the league leaders at the moment in the Serie A, beat them home and away. It's not just beating them, but they beat them home and away. They caught Atletico Madrid and laid them too. They beat Atletico Madrid, another top team in the Spanish La Liga and another big team in Europe. So Bodø Glimt will come into this game. I think they'll take precautions on playing Sporting Lisbon because Sporting Lisbon can also hurt you desperately. They are a very, very quick team. They have fantastic players. And I think that their captain is Homeland. So I think they have a very, very good team. But then, does Sporting Lisbon have what it takes to face a Bodø Glimt at home? That is what I'm talking about. Because Bodø Glimt can hurt you really, really bad. We have seen it. They are the only team in this season that have come out and announced themselves like the Champions League. We are here. We are not scared of playing the big guns. We are not scared of playing home or away. They have done it. So they are going into this game with a lot of confidence. They are going into this game with a lot of. I don't think they'll be relaxed. But that they are one team that I don't think some teams will beat another like Paris Saint Germain or Man City or whatever, but they carry it over their heads and then they go relax, go to meet the Sporting Lisbon. Bodo game, I don't think they're that type of team. I think they're a team that actually pays attention to what the opponent has to offer, and they play the game based off of that. So if they see that they're a team that likes to press, they might look in a way and counter and defend good because they defend very well. And they are also good on the transition. If you watch the game against Man City, if you watch the game against Inter Milan, they play compact, they defend very well, they move the ball well, and they attack like they are like a bee. Both of them they attack you like bees. So this is a game where I'm looking at them. I will give them an edge to win, but it's a game that could still go to a draw because Sporting is a very exceptional side. They are a very exceptional team from the Portuguese Premier League. So I think they can actually uh, be a situation where both teams might score, it might go to a draw, but the home advantage of Bodo Glimt can see how maybe they win it, because I think they will want to win it to take it to Sporting with an advantage, maybe like a 2 goals advantage or even 1-0, But then coming to our next fixture is Paris Saint-Germain versus Chelsea. Guys, if you are new to the channel, I'm just making a little bit of preview for the games that come on today. I made some yesterday, but I'm just trying to do like a real run-up of the game before I go to work. So if you're new to the channel, please smash like on the video and please subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the World Cup, so I hope you guys can help me do it. So the next fixture I'm going to talk about will be the the Paris Saint-Germain versus Chelsea game. We have seen them play in the Club World Cup finals. This was the tournament because Paris Saint-Germain had just won the Champions League. They looked like the best team that were going to win everything last season. But they got to the Club World Cup. They faced a Chelsea team that had a Cole Palmer masterclass performance. Can he do it today? Chelsea and Liam Reznor have a team that at one point you think that Chelsea can win the Premier League. They can be in the title race. They have a team or a squad that can challenge for every competition. But they are also a team that don't have a lot of leaders. They don't have the team where they go into competitions and have that mindset. Bedford is James. Let's say Fernandez, you understand? It's like their team has a lot of young players. They have careless players who be taking red cards and cards here and there. Like they don't have leaders who make them concentrate and focus on the prize ahead. Would this be the same outcome we saw in the Club World Cup last summer? I doubt it. Paris Saint-Germain too, on the other hand, don't look like the Paris Saint-Germain of last season. They have had injuries. They have had setbacks. Their team is not really performing like how it used to be. So are we going to see a situation where Chelsea comes in the Parc des Princes and humiliates Paris Saint-Germain, or is Paris Saint-Germain going to have a remontada or like a revenge on Chelsea how they lost that Club World Cup? People like Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, João Neves. These are the key players of Paris Saint-Germain that are going to see how they could get over the edge. Desiree Doué, Bakola. I can't remember if Dembele is back in the squad. I know he was out on injury. Um, but it will be a fantastic game. It will be a very, very interesting game because the competition in the midfield is going to be stiff. Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, we have now Kopama in that mix. If I thought he's going to start, then we have João Neves, Vitinha, and Luis Fabio. So Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain will be another crucial game. It's going to be another big game because Chelsea will want to take an advantage to go into the next round. And we know Premier League teams this season have been very, very exceptional. In the Champions League, bet for Tottenham, I don't know how they got there to be in the top half of to finish in the top 8 because Tottenham is absolutely rubbish this season. They are potentially getting relegated. So Chelsea, we have two London teams playing today, Chelsea and Arsenal. So Chelsea is going to play a Parc des Princes versus Paris Saint-Germain. Luis Enrique versus Liam Rezenoir. Does Liam Rezenoir have the masterclass or tactical awareness to outclass or to outperform Luis Enrique? I don't know. I don't know how far he has done. I know he was at Salzburg, but Luis Enrique is an experienced world-class manager. He has coached Barcelona. He is now at Paris Saint-Germain. He has coached the Spanish national team. He knows the game. He knows what to do when things are tough. He knows how to get back in the game when his hands are tied. But Liam Rezenoir, in a game of this magnitude, if things get wrong with Chelsea, we have seen him. He cannot make things happen really quick. He also came out the other day and made a statement that João Pedro is in the same category with the likes of Harry Kane, Kylian Mbappe, and Erling Haaland. I think that was just abysmal to even think a manager will come out and say such rubbish. Because how do you put João Pedro? Why? Because he scores a couple goals for Chelsea? He's not even like consistent. But people like Mbappe that won World Cups, Harry Kane, those reached 500 goals. Erling Haaland has won everything, but like everything in the Premier League. What between these guys are you trying to put João Pedro in that mix? João Pedro is not even better than Gabriel Jesus. I get as a manager, you're trying to big up your strikers in games like this for them to feel motivated and encouraged and determined to go and fight for the badge. But João Pedro is not all that. In the Brazil national team, it's not like that. So I think if things go bad, can Liam Rezenoir make changes that can help Paris Saint-Germain? So it's a game that we are going to see how experienced or how he can manage Chelsea. Because he's young. He's like, how do I say it? He's a hipster manager. They are young. They don't have the experience. He does not have the experience of a Luis Enrique in this type of competition. Because last time was Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca was under Pep Guardiola. So he might have some teachings of Guardiola that he used of Luis Enrique on beating them in the club World Cup final. But again, people for the Chelsea team, we'll have Kopama to be on it. We'll have Neto to be on it. We'll have Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo. We need them to be on it if they have to give a performance versus Paris Saint-Germain. But it's also a game where I think cards will be shown. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Cucurella. Those are the players that like to foul. They need to keep. If Chelsea wants to play in this game really good, they have to play the same way they play in that Club World Cup. They have to compose themselves, be focused, because James was exceptional in that game. But that aside, the game of the games, the moment or the game everyone, even fans of every other club will want to watch is the big guns. Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu versus Manchester City. Coming to this is a team that I've seen them play year after year after year in the Champions League, quarterfinals, so semi-finals, so 16 group stages. Sometimes Man City wins, sometimes Real Madrid wins. But these two teams are going into this game in different shapes, in different auras. Real Madrid is going into this game with a lot of vulnerability. Real Madrid has a lot of injuries. They have players that are also suspended in the Champions League. But they still have a squad that they can put out that can cause problems to Manchester City. Mbappe is missing in this game. Vinicius Junior, can you take the mantle? You are the person up front that everybody's going to look at. You did it against Benfica, despite the racism and everything that was going on. You showed up and you lived that moment and you made Miami and Real Madrid get over that line. Can you do it today versus Manchester City? So the battle between Vinicius Junior and Matheus Nunes is going to be vital. But then we have a Manchester City side who have rested their striker in Erling Haaland in the FA Cup game. But now they are going to play against Real Madrid. You know, Rudiger is back from injury, but he's not that kind of player who is going to sprint all game. Erling Haaland is going to cause a problem. But we also know that Manchester City did a very beautiful business in the January transfer window in getting players like Semenyo and Gay. Semenyo is a very fantastic and skillful winger. I don't know if he's going to start or is Jeremy Doku on that flank, but any of those players have to face Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold likes to go forward. That space is going to be exploited. It's going to be exploited. We're also going to see the left side. I don't know if it's Mendy, because I know Alvaro Carreras is not playing this game. Alaba is out, Militao is out, Mbappe is out, Bellingham is out, Ceballos is out. I don't know if Cavaya is going to play, because even if Cavaya comes in and plays right back, we are going to have a situation where I'm sure there might even be a red card in this game. Man City, Real Madrid, they potentially can be a red card in this game in favor of Manchester City, which means a Real Madrid player can get a red card. I can just see it. Kamavinga, Chouamini, Asensio. I think he's back for the game. But Asensio is a type of player or a defender who is just hot-headed. He's so hot-headed. So I won't be surprised if he gets a red card. Real Madrid is going to this game with a lot of casualties. They are going into this game with low morale. They are not that good in the Spanish La Liga. They have not had good performances. They have dropped points when they were the league leaders. They dropped points. Barcelona has overtaken and is now the league leaders of the Spanish La Liga. We need Valverde to have that exceptional moments, or those his strikes that take you off guard. We need Chouamini to be at it again. We need people like Brian Diaz, or we need people like Adagula to be in their game today. Rodrigo has the injury that will keep him probably the mid next season. He already had the surgery. So I think striker is going to be Goncalo Garcia, Vinicius, and Brian Diaz up front. They have Adagula, and then you have Adagula in the middle, you have Kamavinga, and then you probably have Chouamini. And then the center backs, you probably will have somebody like Asensio, Rudiger, left back, maybe Mendy or Frank Garcia. I don't know if Frank Garcia also has an injury. And then you have right back, maybe Cavaya. It depends on how Abelua wants to face this game. And then you have, or maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold for those is good balls. But then you don't have the Mbappe up front. But Goncalo Garcia will benefit from Trent Alexander-Arnold being in the pitch. So Man City has an advantage. You have good wingers. Doku, their midfield is good. Rodri. I don't know if Randes is going to play. Foden. They have a very good team. Donnarumma is the goal. But the thing is that Courtois is the goalkeeper for Real Madrid. He's like a massive wall. How many times has Real Madrid played versus Man City? I remember the 2022 game. Courtois saved so many opportunities for Man City. So I will see a situation where Courtois will still be busy today. Courtois is going to be busy today. So he will have to come out clutch, and Real Madrid will probably need to have a moment where they score, because Man City have a very fantastic team where they have a strike, an attacking force that knows how to put the goals in the back of the net. Semenyo has been exceptional. I think he has like 7 goals in his last 6 games or something like for Man City. He's a threat. He will Doku too. So any of those players that started, you have Cherky as well. Like I support Real Madrid, but this is a game where if you want to call a spade, City has a 70-75% chance of winning this game to Real Madrid. But on the flip side, this is Real Madrid we're talking about. These are the kings of Europe when it comes to the Champions League. When it comes to the Santiago Bernabeu, Real Madrid, that crowd, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Guys, let me know what you guys think as a score prediction. So I will lean with a Manchester City winning 2-1 or a 3-1 victory, because I think Real Madrid is going to be really busy. Real Madrid is going to hustle today. They'll need to defend exceptionally well to keep Man City from scoring. But I know Man City is going to browse, is going to attack and attack and attack. Midfield battle is going to be a problem, but I think the flanks are going to are going to be where the damage are going to be caused, be it for Real Madrid or be it for Man City. Vinicius, we know what you can do on the flank. Doku or Smeyo, we know what they can do on the flank. Ryan Cherky. So we just have to see how the games turn out. Smash a like on the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in another video. I'm out.